Hello, guys. We are back to TNT Card and Hobby official podcast. Today, we will be talking about Fallout. But before we talk about Fallout, TNT is doing some exciting things here in Medford. We are starting up RC Racing Mini-Zs. So that is something that we are going to be bringing to Medford, and we are just asking people to show support and come out and tell us if it's a good idea, if they want to join. We are going to be capping the membership at 30 for now, so we can actually get through and get everything up. We have the space available already. It's going to take about 2 to 3 months for us to be up and running. So with that, this episode is dedicated to...
Fallout.
No, I already told you. Not Fallout.
Oh, wait. Another week?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot who it was.
You forgot who it was?
Yes.
You forgot who it was?
I have dementia.
John Aguilera.
Oh.
Thank you so much for being a Patreon. Our patron.
I wasn't going to remember that.
Well, just think, Aguilera.
Hot
Hot chick.
John Aguilera.
But not John. He's not a hot chick. He thinks he's a hot chick, though. Are you okay?
Don't spit up there now.
All right. We are actually going to be talking about Fallout, and we're going to roll some beautiful bean footage.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Hopefully it's super excited. We'll be having this just behind us.
Oh, yeah.
We'll run the first one the whole way through.
Oh, yeah.
So this is from one of the first games here.
Yeah.
I believe it's the first one.
This is the
even.
original
Yeah,
Fallout.
this is
I think
the
they put it in
original
order.
So
Fallout.
how many people here have played the original Fallout?
I have not played the original. I
I
want
have
to play
tried.
it. I
You have
actually
tried.
want to try it.
I love that game. That game is brutal, though. It doesn't tell you that you can't go places. It just lets you die.
Oh.
For me, I couldn't figure out the combat system, so I
Oh.
just left the game.
Yeah, it's just like a turn-based combat system. So
Well, I couldn't figure out how to even get
pretty-
my
pretty simple.
So you have action points, I'm guessing, then?
Yeah, you have action points type of thing. It's way different than what they made when you came out with what is it, Fallout 3, right?
Yeah, Fallout 3
Yeah,
then.
Fallout 3 is way different.
Oh,
So, yeah, the game's a little brutal. A little brutal.
Oh, thank you, Canadian.
executing
So-
the Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is the backstory behind this.
Well, this game is, older, right?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
we don't have
In
to.
this, in that
We don't have
one
the things that we worry about nowadays with offending absolutely everybody.
Well, to
Oh,
be
yeah.
fair, I think it's split off in the 1950s from our timeline. So
Yes, it does split off,
yeah.
right? Which is really interesting because that's one of the things I like about it quite a bit is that it's like a alternate timeline
Yeah,
altogether.
it's like it never left that
So-
1940 style, but this one futuristic everywhere.
Yeah, so it was a ton of fun.
Fallout, an increasingly important word in the atomic and hydrogen age.
Oh boy.
The facts from Federal Civil Defense tell us that fallout could hurt you.
Good. Not,
it just could.
It's,
Well, what
it's,
about it, mister? What is this fallout stuff? Fallout is nothing more than particles of matter in the air made radioactive by nuclear explosion.
well, that doesn't seem so bad.
That's it.
That's it. That doesn't seem so bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can survive that.
It can be very dangerous.
I
know,
if you
very,
don't
huh?
know what to do about it.
Could be, not is.
As you see people shooting each other in the background.
Not yet, young man, but I will. There are 4 major characteristics of an A-bomb or H-bomb
I do like
explosion.
this aesthetic though for the
They
game
are blast,
because it just feels like it speaks like 1940s to you.
and residual radiation.
Oh.
All this
That's
clears
for
up
residual
our
radiation?
No, that's FEV.
Talked about Fallout
But they won't say that.
No,
That's
enemy
not,
bombing.
that's not
Terrible.
meant for the public.
I like how they talk about how
So these are
to
the
survive
facts
like an
that
atomic
can
bomb and a
reassure and
hydrogen
encourage
bomb.
you.
An atomic
Anybody
bomb
who
should be
assists in
fine.
defense
You can
preparations
survive
in your
that.
community is
Hydrogen,
your
on the other
health
hand.
That you are
Oh
not
wait, that's
surviving.
Fallout.
Is
That's
only
Fallout
get
2
Killed
right
by
there.
the blast or you die of the radiation.
Which movie?
Oh, that was Fallout 2 trailer. Okay.
Is it Indiana Jones where he hides in a
Yep.
refrigerator?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I love that. Detonating everywhere. Fall
What's funny is
In a refrigerator.
that's actually in New Vegas too, where it's like if you
It
take
shows a
the
skeleton instead.
it shows like it's literally if you take the Wild Wasteland perk,
Yeah.
you will get like a refrigerator with a guy in a hat, and it's
Yeah.
a skeleton.
Mr. Handy.
Yeah, you have in Fallout 4, they have a kid locked in a fridge.
No, that's not. That's actually a rare event.
American way of
That's
life.
well, it's not rare. It's
not rare.
That's a wasteland war.
It's an epidemic.
Wild wasteland part.
And
well, what
bacon
happened
and
was the kid got stuck in the refrigerator
Yeah.
and was a ghoul.
But
Oh,
what if it's not?
yeah.
Friends,
Yeah, then you have the
your
option to,
future
sell 'em
may
into
not be
slavery.
as secure as you
What's
think.
funny enough,
Where
the
would
Gunners
you
have
be
more
when the
dialogue
atomic
than
Well,
bomb-
I
any
think
other
we
factions.
can actually turn the volume down on the thing that's in the back of
Not
us
to
right
the
now.
actual atomic velocity.
And then let's actually start talking about the games that we have actually played. I played 1, 2, 3, 4, missed Vegas, and I missed Tactics. Apparently, Tactics was one of them. And then,
Tactics and
Brotherhood of Steel.
Tactics and New Vegas came out before 4.
Yeah.
yeah, so I did not play Vegas. I should have played Vegas though, because apparently it's just absolutely amazing, and I love 3.
What is going on?
Well, that's a baby factory.
Now, hear me out. When the nuke dropped, firstly, they looked like just something fell over.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, it's just a minor inconvenience.
So I
yeah.
really like what they've done with this corporation quite a bit, and they really went and just used their imagination to run every horrible test that they possibly could.
Yeah. Just
Oh,
like-
Voltec.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what's
They,
even?
there is a vault in 4 that the entire purpose of it was to let the kids grow to 16, put them through the most excruciating testing possible.
Oh,
That's the one. The great
army
great
vault,
soldiers, right?
basically.
The army, the vault where, yeah, they're trying to
Yeah.
make super soldiers.
Yeah.
Only,
Was it the papers that fell through, and then they
Yeah.
knew that they had? Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
game was this in?
That was
this
Fallout
is
4.
Fallout
Four?
4. Yeah.
Fallout
Papers,
4 under the
papers,
Malcolm
please,
Middle School.
right?
Oh,
the
yeah.
kids. Well, first of all, they were given.
What vault number is that? I actually have that written down on the table there.
because I believe it's either
It's not the table I'm sitting at.
Oh, it's not the table you're sitting at. Okay, because I forget.
No.
It's either
No.
Vault 95 or because 88 is the one that comes in like the new DLC, I believe, where you just build your vault.
Oh,
Yeah, the
that's
build
in
your
the
vault one is
expansion one.
88, I
Yeah,
believe.
Yeah,
that's-
and then there's 81 and 95.
and then everybody knows about 111 Vault
Yeah.
101.
Oh, that's right. What's that about?
111, I
Where's
should say.
Sean?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, this
the
is part of
lowest one. Which was
No,
actually what that was
entire
actually.
thing
That was
about the one under Malcolm Middle School was they were trying to make super soldiers out of the kids. So they gave the kids that were at this middle school a heavy discount to their family's major discount to get them into the vault. The first thing was when the families call came in,
Oh, they separated the kids.
they
yeah.
separated the kids and
Yeah,
the
no, it was pretty
parents.
horrible, actually. That was a horrible
They
vault, right?
They
Then you-
took the
Oh,
kids to the
that's-
overseer and said, "Yeah, your parents are going through orientation and stuff like that." No, they took the parents out back and shot them.
Yeah, no, it was horrible, right?
Threw 'em in the
Because Voltex
incinerator.
is just a terrible place, right?
Yeah.
And then they had the Uptown Landers or whatever it was, where they were the heroes of Uptopland.
Oh, yeah.
The everyone who graduated from the vault was released up to the surface to help the savages.
That's right.
And,
Except
and
that's a
that was
blatant
the entire
lie.
thing that was going on there. But in reality, that was to help put their mentality into training. The reality was the top 0.1% of the people, of the kids, when they hit 16 or 18, were taken. They were
For their genetics,
They were
right?
Yeah.
They're
Uh,
murdered.
yeah.
the
believe
way it
that was
happened
right.
was the kids had a celebratory party for them before they left, and then the scientists would take them for their immunizations, for their vaccines, and directly take them from there and put them up onto the surface. But in reality, they were euthanizing all the kids.
Yep.
And the top 0.1%, their genetic material was taken to petri dishes to grow the next generation, and everyone else was just thrown into the incinerator.
Until it was like sometime later where they finally like the kids rebelled.
Yeah, that was because the papers were
the papers
lost.
slipped through a vent.
Yeah, and they read it.
Got down into the bottom, underneath, which just so happened to be papers saying basically that everyone was just getting killed instead of getting put up top. It was
Yeah.
just enough information to get them to rebel. They took out all the scientists because the scientists were brainiacs. They had no strength or anything like that, and then they
Yeah, I think there was actually only
Escaped.
one scientist that helped them out, if I remember right.
there was no scientist that helped them. There was
Except for that one that was a
was-
klutz that lost the papers that helped him out
The,
quite a
the
bit.
klutz was actually the one that was thinking about helping because he was in love with one of the girls down in that was still in the program.
Oh, okay.
That's how it always ends. He's involved
Yeah.
a girl, and then you lose your papers
And the house and the car.
and the car. Yeah, he loses everything.
Oh. I see.
Hey, it's dog meat.
So,
Yeah, that,
Chevy, you play a little game, right? And Dustin, you play a little game. Fallout
I played-
70.
Oh, 76,
right?
yeah,
76.
I don't understand that game, guys.
I think-
because to me, it's not a first-person
Yeah.
Fallout game, so I can't
It is a
understand
first-person
it.
Fallout game.
it is, but
It is
it's
a
not at
multiplayer
the
first
same
power
Well, it's only a
time.
first-person because no one's playing.
Well, there's actually
First
quite
person
a few.
just means you're in the first perspective.
Oh, sorry. A single player. It's not a single player game. That's
Yeah,
what I
it's
meant
not
to
a
say.
single player.
That's what I meant
If
to
you
say.
pay
Yeah.
them for Fallout first, you can have a single player game.
In all honesty though, I don't recommend that. Just,
No.
I mean, if you want to play it by yourself, you can always play Fallout 4. 76 is meant to be
Also,
like a
76,
multiplayer
you don't
game.
need to be.
I heard it's gotten a lot better though.
It's gotten better. Most
yeah,
people say
it's
it's gotten a
getting
lot better. I could care less about the Wastelanders update and everything like that.
Yeah, to me, I just never understood the whole the what they tried to use as fun wasn't fun to me. It didn't have like that lure, right? It just
yeah,
seems like a big waste of time.
Well, to be fair, the original lure was to go and launch your own nuclear bomb.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
the final part of the main quest line, is to go launch your own nuclear bomb and fight a flying mutated bat the size of a state.
Okay, still no fun for me.
Yeah.
I just don't.
It was a very big slog. I have launched one. It's a huge slog. I actually think I launched
because
it
you
like-
played a lot of hours, right?
Yeah.
I have like 400 hours into the game.
Oh, geez,
I
I was
have played the game since the beta launch.
Yeah, that's crazy that you put so much time
Yeah,
into
I
that. I know it's not the most time that anyone's ever put into it, but that's still a lot of time for a game that I didn't find a lot of value in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of people disliked it just because of the no
Multiplayer.
NPCs.
that's one of the
Yeah.
reasons I didn't like it. Right?
Yeah,
It felt
I
barren.
mean,
It felt like an open. It
I
seemed
actually
to me that it wasn't a
preferred
game.
it to be.
It-
I preferred the no NPCs.
It may be different if it was a sandbox, and
Well, they
but
tried
it
adding that.
it almost became a sandbox now, so that helps out
it
quite
is.
a bit.
It is pretty much better now. It is pretty
It
much like
was
you're saying,
basically
where
a
it is a
sandbox to begin with.
sandbox.
Yeah.
Because you could
It's-
build your camp anywhere. You were not. It had the.
Oh yeah, it had
You-
like the
you had
settlement
buil-
feature.
You had the building capability of settlements without having to deal with settlements.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I just didn't quite understand that game or like that, especially since I played like 1, 2, 3, skipped the best game available,
This is the intro.
and
Yeah.
went to 4.
Yeah.
This is the trailer for Fallout 76.
Yeah, that's the 76 trailer right here. If
Well,
anybody-
that's pretty. Eh.
It is also the only one that you really get to explore in a vault as much as you want
Yeah.
before you leave the vault.
Oh, they don't kick you out like they
No.
should.
No, they don't kick you out.
This one was actually one of the good ones, where it actually was
This
meant
was-
to help you restore.
Society.
Yeah, it was
This
actually meant
vault
to.
actually opened properly after 20 years,
Oh,
and you were to go out and reclaim West Virginia.
well,
Yeah.
it was like the
Appalachia.
only good vault that they had.
There was
Well,
actually,
yeah, there's a Vault 53 up north of it. that its entire goal was to. It had a Zax computer in it, which was just an AI intelligent computer. And it held the Hunger Games.
I mean, I'm not against that. So,
Well, its entire purpose was to elect an overseer, to find the best person they had in the vault.
okay, and you
And
can only
put
do
him in.
that by putting a bomb collar on their neck and just telling them to fight to
Well,
the death.
No,
They
it
had-
was something else actually.
They had a military member in there, a high-class military member, that his only job was to coach the Zax computer on how to pick a person to become overseer. Well, at first strike, you just given him the job, but it was not allowed to. So he was just giving things that would normally, like a military member would be, like where he took control under pressure. So the Zax computer let a few guns get into the vault and started rationing food.
Yeah.
And then it eventually just got to the point where he blew up the vault rollers blew up a section of the vault to try and escape. The Zax computer shut down that section of the vault, and a day later it was reopened as a new lounge. And it ended up deciding that the Hunger Games was the best way to go. The last person standing is the way to make the easiest decision.
I mean, you get to be a leader of yourself at
Yeah.
that point. So, I mean,
But you're all alone.
but you're all
Yeah.
alone.
So
Maybe they give them some
actually,
puppets, though.
the whole
That's a
reason why
different
they
vote.
did
We're
I know
not
it's a
talking
different
about
vote.
that one.
the whole reason why they did this was to introduce the battle royale that they had going on, the nuclear winter game mode that they had for a while,
Oh, okay.
because it was a battle royale, last person win, and the lobby was the vault
oh, okay.
53.
I will say about
I don't
70,
think you never had.
No, I never
or
played that one.
never.
But you know what I do hate about Fallout 76? It's when remember when we used to do those dailies, like what were they called? I can't remember. Where it's like you were spawned in a certain area, whether it be a vault or like
it was. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was a daily activity for the Brotherhood of Steel.
or some other faction.
No,
yeah.
it was Brotherhood of Steel.
Only Brother.
It's only the Brotherhood of Steel.
Oh my goodness, it makes me hate them even more.
So, well, to be fair, the only time we did them was when they were double mutations. So the way
jeez. Yeah.
So the way it works is they put an enemy in there. You have to go around either to turn on device, kill a few things, turn on a device, kill a few more, kill a few more, kill a little powerful one, kill some more, turn on another one, kill some more heavier enemies, kill another one, kill another group, start up another, hit the third one,
Yeah.
and then you find the super strong enemy of the place. Well, they can
Yeah.
have any type of mutation. They can have reflecting skin, so when they start flashing, all the damage you do to them deals to you instead.
and then
Heightened
like
senses, so they can see you from across the map.
Bro wore
vampirism,
Bro had thorns enchantment.
Yep, vampirism,
where they
deal
just do damage to you and then they
heal.
just heal. That
So
was
the best one was when they had reflective and vampirism at the same time.
I think that was the aliens when we were fighting aliens of all things. So not
Those
only did they have that, but those aliens are pretty powerful on their own.
They could choose Sha level 50.
Huh.
So
Well,
yeah.
I think we're going to move off of this game and
Yeah.
let's go talk about a different style of game.
Oh,
You have some figures up the front here, right? What is
Oh,
this
yeah,
all
this-
about?
it's actually a little bit of everything if we want to go that route. Where
Well, I'm more interested in what's the name of it.
this
Fallout
right here
Waste-
is Fallout Wasteland Warfare.
Yep.
Yep, and both you and Chevy played the game against each other, but you mostly play
Yeah,
with your
we-
brother, right?
What we did was we worked together. This is actually like one of those few games where you can either play solo, co-op, or against each other.
Yeah, this is like a
There's
nice
like-
little board game, right?
Yeah, this is a board game that we've been playing out, and I've actually been like looking at the rules. I've kind of watched a couple of things here and there because there are some rules which were confusing at first. Like when you pick it up at first, you start off with just the stuff you have over there. So basically, all that there, that's what it comes with, and it does include a Deathclaw and an alien.
Yes.
As a promo
The
piece.
alien's a promo. Yep.
The alien's a promo. The Deathclaw is
The
not.
Deathclaw is part
Yep.
of it, right?
That is correct.
And then you get this Deathclaw, this albino one. And
This is
a,
actually
this is for the
this is
Enclave,
an expansion. Yeah, like as you can see, like Enclave. I have my Enclave set here. This is not all of it.
Right? Yeah, this is just a small fraction.
Yeah, this is a small
because
fraction.
you
of my
invested
collection.
heavily into this.
Yeah, this is a game where I have invested heavily because this is probably one of the few games where I'm like, man, this is pretty good. I mean, I have like it does have like you have to buy the models and buy the cards separately, but I mean that was about the only thing that I have an issue with.
I'm pretty sure they
because
do allow a free PDF download.
They do have
But-
PDFs, but even some
yeah.
of those have like a pay that you have to pay before you can get the PDF
Oh.
itself.
yeah,
But at least you have it then. When like I chose to just get all paperback copies, and yes, as you can see in the background, there is a model of the man himself, Liberty Prime.
So Liberty Prime
big
in
is-
this model, I believe, stands as tall as our mic stands.
Actually, I think it's like a little taller.
It's taller
but
than our
maybe
mic
it is-
stands.
so
maybe that-
about is right?
So he
Yeah.
was
Pretty
out
good.
for about a year before they put anything for him to be used in the game.
No, he's
Yeah.
just he's like a nice thing to have.
He's like I think he's $200 by himself or something
He
like
is
that.
like he's a very spendy boy. He,
And
and
it
of
was
course
just a
he's a
promo
Brotherhood
piece.
of Steel model of all things too. So yeah, because he was only in the Brotherhood of Steel, I feel bad for that guy actually. Especially
I feel
'cause,
good for him because otherwise he would never been discovered
True.
or never be used.
Actually, I kind of doubt that. I think that even
The only reason why the Brotherhood of Steel was in the Capital Wasteland was because they heard rumors of Liberty Prime.
oh,
That was the only reason why they were in that area.
I
to
will
begin
say
with.
like Fallout 3. I do like Lion's group, like Lion's version of the Brotherhood of Steel. I mean, I don't know what other people think about the Brotherhood of Steel now, but I mean, when I saw the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 4, and to be honest, I started after like hearing how they kind of talk. I thought they were the Enclave at first,
They just tell you to go.
but
commit
without
genocide.
the genocidal nature.
Oh, no, they
did-
were highly genocidal.
yeah,
they
they
wanted to
were
get rid of
high.
the Institute. They wanted to get rid of all synths.
Oh yeah, they did have that, but to be fair, the
And all
Institute did.
supermutants.
and
yeah,
everything that's not them.
Oh yeah, ghouls.
Everything that's not
yeah,
human.
so basically they were the Enclave. What am I talking about?
They have always been like that.
I've been convinced.
I've been convinced.
The Brotherhood of Steel has always been like that as well.
Well,
From their inception, they have always been against having ghouls or anything like that.
yeah, true.
In their
Except for like for some weird reason, like when Lions was overseer in Fallout 3, like you had the Outcasts, which were like dead hard, like
they were proper Brotherhood.
yeah,
Lions Group is not technically Brotherhood. They were disowned by the
Outcast.
not by the outcasts, by the elders. They were not
Oh.
able to gain any help from the Brotherhood group because of how he was running them. The elders had
Oh jeez.
cast the entire group out, and the outcasts were trying to get back in contact with the elders, saying, "Hey, we're here. We're still following your rules. We are not with
Lions.
Lions group."
Yeah, and then you have Elder Maxon was actually in Fallout 3.
As a kid.
Yeah.
He was
Stupid.
12 years old in that game.
Yeah.
He's only like 35 in 4.
Yeah.
He does not look like he's 35.
No, he
Does he
looks-
look much older?
He looks in his early 50s.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that radiation, man, it'll just do crap to you. It's horrible.
It probably affected his brain too, because you know what's even funnier about that? He was with Lions' group too. And
He took control when Elder Lions died.
yeah,
because
Sarah Lions died
canonically,
too.
canonically, Sarah dies
Yeah.
at the water purification plant.
That's right. I forgot about that.
That's
I
the canonical
forgot.
ending.
My gosh, it's been such a long time since I've made it to the ending that I forgot that it was horrible. Like, just you had nothing but bad choices.
Well, there is a mod that restores the
Yeah,
original.
there's a mod.
Well, it restores the original functionality of it too. You were originally supposed to be able to let Fox go in there, and Fox is immune to radiation.
Yeah, he should have been able to survive that, right?
Yeah, but they removed that. They wanted you to make a sacrifice play.
My sacrifice
I mean-
play is no sacrifice.
Exactly.
There, yeah, that I've never. I want to actually play Fallout 3 so badly.
I
It's
wanna-
really good.
I
It's
wanna-
Like because
Really
I played
good.
Fallout
I
New
need
Vegas.
to replay it.
yeah, it's been a long
That
time
was
since like. When did Fallout come out?
19.
The original Fallout was in the
Not the original. 3.
3 was like no.
Wasn't that
New Vegas
2006?
New Vegas was 2010, so I'm
Yeah.
guessing about 2005 era.
Yeah,
Jeebers.
2006.
So that's
maybe?
been how long it's been since I've played it. Because I played like routinely tons of that game during that time, but I haven't touched it since then, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
So like my memory is very foggy on a lot of things that happened.
Because
Like 4, I know a little bit more of 4 because I just spent a little bit more time in 4 on top of it.
Yeah.
Like it just there's like I like building my community. I like making it stronger. I liked a lot of things.
you
So-
played the Minuteman route.
Well, I played everything.
Yeah. The ending
Oh shoot!
He played.
I played it.
He
Played it.
played for the Institute or against the Institute, since that's the only two choices you have.
Yes.
Oh, that's
I found-
true. Yeah.
Then you could do
You either blow up the Institute, blow up the Institute, blow up the Institute, or join the Institute and blow everyone else up.
Yeah.
So no matter what, the Institute was
basically
dead.
just that.
I did, however, blow up that town right away with a nuke. Mostly because that's the only way I could think about how to get rid of the children that annoyed me.
3?
I thought that was 4.
No,
Fallout
that
4
was-
did not have a nuke in it.
Fallout 3. That's Megaton.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
the one?
That's
Yeah.
Fallout 3.
That's
Okay.
Fallout 3. So you do remember something from Fallout 3?
I do. The most beautiful part.
Yes.
Blowing up the
Committing
city.
Homicide against
So, did you know?
committing
I think
nuclear
most people
homicide
do
on
know.
Children.
All of Fallout New Vegas's assets are from Fallout 3.
I know. Isn't that amazing what they've
Yeah,
done with
they-
that? It's so crazy how good
Yeah.
that is. So I did not play Vegas. And,
I
and
actually do
regret
recommend that.
not because I mean that has some of the iconic characters that
Yeah.
everyone
Oh,
always
geez.
talks about. The
Benny.
Mr. House, right?
You have Mr. House,
Benny.
which I actually have. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I did bring some of my models that are actually also from Modiphius too. And these are the Securitrons, and you can see you got the ones that have the open missile pods. These are the Mark IIs. Then I think.
There's no way to was gonna see that.
No.
Yeah. And then Yes Man.
Yes, man.
Yes,
I'll man.
I'll be honest with you. I think the only one that I after playing New Vegas, the only one I've actually joined was Yes Man.
Yeah.
I did the Yes Man ending almost every single time.
How did you kill Benny? That's the real question.
Oh,
Is that the one that has like 3 different options or 4 different options?
there's actually quite a
That's the
few
one that
options.
you
there's
can either
quite-
kill at the casino or over at.
I think I ended up killing him at
fort.
the end at Legion. Oh yeah, the fort that was controlled by the Legion.
And
cru-
there is a way
crucified
to make
Benny.
sure he survives too, right?
Nope.
No, there's no way to make him
Nope.
survive.
You kill
No,
him.
you
Why,
can.
why would you want
can
him
walk
to survive?
away and let
he,
them deal with
he
it.
literally.
And then
he
you will come back at a later date with him up on the cross.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Can't you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can crucify him yourself, can't you? Yeah, that's what I
I
did.
think
You can, or if you just leave him alone and let the Legion deal with him, you'll be up on a cross too, I believe.
Oh yeah,
But you can let him down and let him run.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you can crucify
Can we
him.
try to do Operation Protect Benny?
I wouldn't know why you'd want to do that.
Yeah,
because he's
he
going.
shot
put
you
the
in the
bullet in your
head.
head.
Because you're not supposed to.
He's the one that put the bullet in your head, so it's
Yeah,
only right to put a bullet
I mean,
in
it's
his.
it's not a curious thought. I don't know if they have anything for that because technically,
Can we always be around him and make sure he survives?
No.
The
Because
only
he,
thing I killed.
I think
him
he
for
turns
was a
aggressive.
he turns hostile immediately.
Oh, all I'm trying to do is protect the guy that shot me in the head. How dare he? He must really hate me for some
He-
strange reason.
If you come up to him at the casino and you do not go up to the room, he will turn hostile and kill you again.
Huh? He really doesn't like me. What did I do to him?
It's not what he did to. It's not what you did to him. It's the fact that you survived being sawn in the head with a bullet. Because basically, when you start the game off, I actually do recommend.
I do remember
intro
that. 'Cause
trailer.
I must have seen that in like some sort of IGN or something.
Where he
it
literally
shows you the.
he only takes out a platinum chip, like he goes like this, and then he takes out a platinum chip, and he's like, "You ran your last or like how did it go? You ran your last
It was.
okay, here we go. Yep, that's the one.
Remastered in 4K.
Oh, okay. Who's this by the way? Let's. This
Winchester's
is.
Fallout Lab.
Thank you, Witch Hunters Fallout Lab.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, this is like the intro
Oh, God.
scene as soon as you.
We're a year off of that poster.
Yeah.
That poster said 2025.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, it was rigged from the start.
25.
The game was rigged from.
The
Well,
game was rigged from the start.
this is probably one of the best games I've actually played. It was like one of the first ones I played too.
It's not really much of one.
It like most of the casinos I really didn't go to.
Honestly, it's very realistic with all the military guys on the strip.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's an NCO and the Ranger, or it's something that you can be in a way. Because this has, I played all the DLCs to this game
Oh!
when I played it on Xbox 360. This is the Legion right here, and they're basically like think of the Roman
Romans?
soldiers.
It's Roman soldiers.
Yeah. And what this is Benny, and
Yeah,
then
this is I
these are
remember.
the cons also, the ones that are around him. They are basically like a small raider faction, but they're not raiders because they sell cams.
Did they just do the? They just did the war. War never changed.
Yeah, the war.
Earth, those who survived did so in great underground
And
vaults.
it's like this is probably one of the best intros I've seen too.
Their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new
yep.
societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed,
There's a-
what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California
Yep.
Republic.
And then you have the NCR.
dedicated
Because for
to
some
old
reason we
world values of
reunite
democracy.
underneath the California flag instead of the Texas flag.
To be fair,
Well,
I
that's
think-
because that's a different history, and the
Yeah.
better history is a Texas history.
Scouts.
Well, you know what's funny is like this.
Hey, wait a
seems-
minute.
This seems very familiar now.
Do they have?
Mojave Desert.
Do they ever talk about Texas?
Yes.
They returned with
Wait,
tales of
no,
the city
I don't think they ever actually talked
Yeah,
about
I don't think they ever.
scorched
Our
the
New
rest
California
of the world.
Republic.
No, I mean like in any of the Fallouts. Did they ever tell what happened to
I think they
Texas?
Oh, geez. The New
NCR
California Republic
mobilized
is
the
actually a
army
taxation
and
company.
No,
Rock
Texas.
prices
Texas.
were down
Oh,
and
Texas?
restored
Yeah,
to
Texas.
working condition.
You know
There's
that state that's pretty much like.
Oh,
Its
okay.
own country.
I,
Right? That was at one point its own country.
I actually wonder about that too. Maybe that will be
I
the
don't
new.
know if they would even been targeted.
I don't think so.
Just like Wisconsin.
Oh my gosh.
Just like
Would
the
that-
North Midwest. I don't know how badly they would have been targeted.
Like-
just barely.
I know Wisconsin's gonna be a target because we have the antennas for the.
Like, I want to go to Texas in the next Fallout game. It'd be the best day ever.
Oh, so they have confirmed that they are working on Fallout 5,
It's in Texas. Set it here.
Stayed open for business.
but they are going to continue working on Fallout 76
Mr. House.
throughout and after launch of Fallout 5. They have guaranteed that Fallout 76 will not die off at Fallout 5.
You are a courier.
Okay.
It's hard for us to hear you over here.
Express to deliver a package
Because war.
of new
War
vegetables.
Because yeah, it's behind my head.
Yeah. And then it's
Simple delivery job.
it should actually
Yeah, I
come
think,
up
I think
now.
we're good enough here in
Here,
the.
it's getting finally to the
Well,
part
let's
we
get
should
to
have
the part where
skipped
he actually was
to.
talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the part where I was.
If the
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Yeah, this is
waking up over here.
this is probably like one of the best intros I've seen for this game.
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a think. Dig?
Yeah,
You've made your last delivery, kid.
that's what it was.
Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
And that's how it introduced you to the game.
That's a pretty good introduction. I gotta say, I really want to know why, what happened, and what happened.
It actually
right?
does a good job with the story behind this game. This story actually
Yep.
made sense.
Yeah.
Because
no, it's got so much praise, it has to make sense, right? Because everybody that's played the game absolutely loves the game.
yeah, like the fact that you get that choice to actually finish spinning off in so many different ways, it feels so rewarding. Also, it actually
you can put him in the pit
yeah.
with yourself, and you go in there and beat him to death with your own fists.
Yes.
I think there's multiple options to this game too. This is probably one of the few like games where each choice you make is actually up to you.
And
it doesn't feel like Fallout 4.
What? Is it not like Fallout 4 where 3 of the 4 options are the same thing?
Yeah, it's not.
You actually
like, there's
it's like an RPG.
yeah,
An actual
it's-
role-playing game.
Yeah.
Well, it's really hard to do those open-ended games like that because it's so hard to
You
do
have
a
to
narrative.
make so many different
geez.
ways.
Yeah, that no
There-
one's ever gonna see, right?
Yeah.
So
And
it's very difficult.
New
It
Vegas has
takes a master.
New Vegas has so many like things to it too, because like there is literally what's called a Black Mountain radio station, where it's basically like this super mutant nightkin. If you don't know what a nightkin is, it's basically a super mutant that literally loves stealth boys, so it goes invisible, and it has I think it's PTSD if it doesn't have a stealth boy on it.
It goes insane without stealth boys.
Yeah, because it has like I forget what it's called. I think it's like post traumatic stress disorder because it's so used to being invisible all the time.
And its mental stability has changed due to the extended use of them.
Yep.
Most of them go insane.
So he needs
because of
to feel that invisibility.
And
or
and
it
it's
doesn't-
what's funny is
All right. It's like people that have to hear like that tone of a TV because they've listened to it so long, it makes them go mad without it.
yeah, kind of like that. But what's funny is it's Tabitha, who is basically like, "Come here, humies. We super mutants and humies must work together." Only to then be like, all of a sudden like, that's on the radio station. Only then or like oh wait, no, I think I got the black radio station wrong with
Nope,
something
that
else.
was in New Vegas.
Where it was like she was trying to be like introduce humans to the area to find or
To
or
murder
was
them?
out
Is a trap to murder them?
as a trap in it. And what's
course
funny
it's a trap.
is there was actually a Superman you would bump into first called Neo, and he was actually a spy for Marcus. If you've played Fallout 2, you probably met Marcus. He was.
Oh my gosh.
Wasn't
He-
he also?
he was a
also
super-
in 3.
he was not in 3. He was.
No, he was. Fallout 2 was still top down.
Yep.
Yeah, he was in Fallout 2.
3 was.
Which
Marcus was also in Fallout 3 for Jacobstown.
No, that's New Vegas.
Oh, yeah,
Jacobstown is New Vegas because
map's
I've
too
I've
big.
been to New Vegas where Lily is my favorite character. Lily is like a Nightkin grandma,
Yep.
and she's like, and I think like Leo, huh?
She thinks you're her grandchild.
Yeah, and it's sad. Her backstory is so sad, actually. But
She was turned into. I believe she was turned into
super mutant.
super mutant at her advanced age.
So, like, the events of
Oh.
Fallout 1, she was turned into a super mutant then. And, like, you'll hear her make comments that actually do relate to Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, because in Fallout 2, like, I may have not played the game, but I was interested in it, so I looked stuff up. And it turns out, like, there was a vertibird that had, like, you'll meet a group of Remnant Enclave in Fallout New Vegas 2. I mean, it's kind of a hard... Like, I didn't actually know about it until I had Eddie with me as a companion.
So we are going to be moving on.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about now, did they do a movie or a TV show?
I
They
do want to
just
watch
did a TV
that.
show. I have
It's-
not watched it yet.
You guys have not watched it.
I have.
So
Well,
you guys have.
We have watched it.
Yeah.
And I'm actually surprised
I just haven't had time.
they didn't mess it up.
No, it was like it was good.
I was like, well, this is different.
To be fair, from the sounds of it, the ghoul actually made a big hit off instead of.
The ghoul is
One of-
he's one of the best characters,
Yeah.
and what's really great about the ghoul is he basically there to do a job. He doesn't really care.
Yeah.
You know, he's definitely a mercenary through and through. He's getting paid.
So speaking of that, when that show showed up, the people started petitioning Bethesda to make it possible to play a ghoul.
Yeah, they made it
So
in '76.
They were already working on it before the movie came out. They were making it so you were possible to be a ghoul before the movie showed up.
And they got some really heavy resistance. How do they balance that out?
For what?
Ghoul.
Oh,
Ghoul, right? Ghouls are like
They haven't
They're
came out with them
resistant
yet.
to radiation, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, they're pretty much considered zombies.
They're
Okay.
humans with the inability to be radiated.
so. The interesting thing that the movie Ghoul
The show.
and the show was going through is there's a madness that happens.
Feral.
Like they
Yes,
go
they go
feral,
feral.
right?
Yeah,
And they have to
That's actually through.
they have to procure this chemical, and it actually helps to offset the
Actually,
damage.
What's actually funny about ghoulification in the games is actually like what you're talking about is like that chem in particular that he was taking. It does offset it because what's neat about the actual ghoulification virus is that if you're within contact with people, it's almost like a social disorder in a sense where if you don't talk with people and you're alone a lot of the time, you will all of a sudden like go
You'll start
rabid.
regressing.
You're
Yeah,
digress
and-
faster rather than like in like if you're by yourself, it will happen quicker with the ghoulification, which like and it also depends on genetics too, which is actually funny to think about.
So here's an interesting thing, though. So that actually relates directly to how dementia works. Also, if you do not keep yourself active with people, dementia will set in faster than if you were around people and actually engaging. So it's really kind of crazy how there's parallels.
Yeah, that's actually one of the neat things I do have with Fallout 2 is that like it almost has a little bit of everything. Like you have your zombies, which are ghouls.
When you say 2, you meant Fallout also?
I'm talking about Fallout in general. I'm like all of Fallout when I say this.
Yeah, because you said
Where-
2, which makes it sound like you're actually talking about number 2. But I wanted to make
No.
sure you're
No,
using
I'm
the word
talking
as in
about-
because the English
He's talking in the
language is very fun that way.
Yeah,
isn't
2,
it?
2, 2,
Yeah,
and
that's-
2.
2, and 2. But you're using the word as an also.
Yeah. So like because Fallout is one of those games where it does have a little bit of everything to it. Like you have the power armor guys.
Oh my gosh.
You have the super mutants, which are just big, like they're kind of rudest creatures. Then you got like your factions, like you got the raiders, like, and there's so many different like raider factions in this game. Like throughout all of this game, it's like you have like minor ones, then you have like casino ones.
Is this just like Fallout 4? Or
He's
or Fallout
lumping
Vegas?
all of them.
All of them
All
together.
of them.
All of them?
He's
all of
lump-
them.
I've already heard like one from 3. I've heard one from Vegas. I've heard like one from 4. He's just lumping everything.
It's
Yeah.
just like
So, on Fallout New Vegas, have you guys heard about the project Fallout New California?
I've heard of it.
I've heard
I've heard of it.
about
I don't know much about it, but I did
I've
hear
heard,
it.
like,
It basically
result.
brings you back to Fallout 1 and 2.
Ooh, interesting.
In the current time, at the same time
Do
as
we
New
know
Vegas is-
where the Fallout show takes place?
It actually happens in the California area too.
Thought it was
Yeah.
California, right?
What's funny is it kind of does
Yeah.
ruin a little bit of lore with the Master.
Because, yeah.
If no one's familiar
at
with the Master, that's actually how
spoilers.
super mutants came into being in that region of that.
Yeah,
of the
so
states.
like, I thought it was based in California, but I couldn't remember.
It-
And
I don't know if
I
it's
really wish you
spoiled for
guys.
them.
I really wish you guys would have watched
New
that
California?
show.
Oh,
Yeah,
the movie?
because at the, end of the
movie,
season,
and
they show, like, the New Vegas place.
so yeah, no,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
they're really psyching this up for another sequel, and
another season.
So we're gonna have to definitely get together, you, me, and Dustin, and we'll have to like make a watch party over at my house, so you guys can actually watch it. It's so much fun. Like,
It is. It's really fun.
That's actually one of the few shows I actually felt like watching because I've heard so many good
Well,
reviews
if it wasn't
for
only
it.
on
yeah, and
Amazon
I heard some
Prime.
like bad reviews like right away, but you know the difference.
Yeah.
You know how I know it wasn't bad? Because I only heard 2, and then it
Yeah.
died off right away. I'm like, hey, I think I should probably watch this because usually if something's absolutely horrendous, you get like everybody on the bandwagon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
You
And then
you're able
then-
to bandwagon it, but
Then they bandwagon it, right? So you have to be very careful if someone's bandwagoning something versus actually believing in it, right?
Yeah.
that's kind of what happened to Fallout 76. I feel like it got bandwagoned heavily.
I don't. Maybe a little bit, but there's just not anything there for me.
Yeah.
It's just
Most people
it's
were.
getting
it
better,
makes me
but
feel
yeah.
like
Yeah,
playing
people-
Final Fantasy, but a lot of people they have a lot more time than I do.
Well, to be
So,
also
Like Final Fantasy Online.
It seemed like everyone's complaining about it, but there's still 200,000 people, 200,000 concurrent players on the game at any given time
Well, that's good.
during launch.
That's good. I just it has
And
way
about
too much
6 months
time
later, it was
investment
still
for me
about
that it doesn't even
100,000.
tell me a story in the
Yeah.
time that I had to play it.
I will
Yeah.
say this too about
the main
76.
storyline in 76 took about 50 hours to get through.
Like to be
Fallout
fair,
shows, like-
76 also does have a problem with how enemies seem to have a lot of health. Like for what their size is, because I mean, you
didn't
fought
play
the
before
ants.
Wastelanders.
Have you
It was
fought?
worse.
Oh, they did rebalancing, huh?
There was a lot of rebalancing done. Wastelanders rebalanced a lot of things. They were worse before. Before they didn't level with you. You could walk into an area with level 100 enemies at level 25.
I think we're talking a little bit in circles right now, so I think it's a good time to kind of end the podcast, right?
Okay.
Is there anything that someone wants to bring up before that's different
I-
than the things that we were talking about?
I do want to bring up another vault, only because it does retain to a DLC that
All
I
right,
did want to mention
let's
before.
bring up that vault then.
Okay, I think it was called Vault 22, which was like a Garden of Eden.
Can you
if
look
I
that
remember
vault
right.
up? Make sure he's right.
I want to make sure that I got this right because
Vault 22, Garden of Eden.
Which game was this
or
one?
this is New Vegas again.
I'm
And it
pretty
was-
sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
it's
the Vault 22, isn't that the one with the plants
Yeah.
everywhere?
Yep. What the deal is with this one is it retains to a DLC where it's like this was actually supposed to be like how 76 Vault was supposed to help with resettling the Appalachia area.
This was not a DLC. This was actually basically...
No, but the whole reason behind this, the plant virus, the plant seeds, is if you go in the DLC, Old World Blues, you will actually find the area that they made these plants, these seeds, to give to this vote, because the vote was actually meant to help grow like food and everything, like. As Appalachia's vault was meant to like reestablish civilization, the other vault was to try and reinvent plant growth and everything like that. Reduce plants again, introduce the plant life back to the world. But what
Except
happened
the
was
fungus.
this: the fungus was actually part of the fertilizer that Big Mountain, or the Big Empty, as most people who are aware of what Old World Brews is. Where the scientists are so insane, they thought that this fertilizer is great, which started to turn plants into, like, it started sprouting out Venus flytraps, and then
People.
yeah, and
Besides
then
people,
also like
infected
it would
humans.
infect human beings, like the spores would infect human beings and turn them into fungal spore creatures,
Oh,
and they became plants, and then. From when you start playing the game, you'll see like a bunch of plant growth around this vault, and you'll be like, because it's actually a side mission that this is actually one of the side missions I did to find a researcher that hasn't reported back in so long, and it turns out she was a ghoul who was just like, yeah, this place needs to be destroyed.
What was
I
that?
forgot how bad inflation is in that timeline.
Yeah.
That car's only $200,000.
Maybe it's British pounds.
Nope, that's USD.
That's U.S. dollars.
That's the thing. Only the United States had nuclear-powered cars. The rest of them were still relying on oil.
Ah, so much smarter.
But we still wanted oil.
So I guess with that, whatever you guys like, put down in the comments what is your favorite vault, right? Which is your favorite vault? Also, in the future, I think we should revisit this.
Yeah.
And we should go through like number 1 to how many vaults there are.
Yeah.
And then we'll read the synapse, and then we're going to talk about how horrible they are.
Oh, jeez.
And we could
Oh, they're all great.
They're all great. Everything's
I mean-
wonderful all the
Oh,
time.
jeez.
Oh, there was one in. I just want to bring this up.
Okay, but let's
There
just
was-
name the title of it, and then we're going to share
There
that for the
was-
next episode.
Well, it wasn't actually a vault. It was at Nuka World. It was the Vault of the Stars ride, where you could walk through, but it was dosing you with hallucinogen gas the entire time you're walking through it.
Hallucinogen. What was that? I
Oh,
think
the
it-
Hallucinogen
I don't
Factory in
think it
Fallout
was
4.
in-
I'm aware of that one.
Oh, yep. Yeah, that.
That's a Fallout 4
Yeah, they were gassing you the
facility.
entire time with that. Also,
Yeah. That was just a ride.
Is that in the game?
that is
Yeah.
a game.
Nuke World DLC?
Nuka World DLC.
They,
Does it really start like making you see stuff?
No, it's just like it. Like
I wish it would mess
No,
with
it
your...
does make you start hearing noises and stuff.
Yeah. but it just
okay.
blurs
I was
your vision.
really I was really hoping that would just like start making you see like horrible disfigured figures and,
No.
and really just make you just go psychedelic out of your mind type of
Also,
acid trip, right?
No, it just
Vaultec
blurs your
might not be
vision.
the worst company in the Fallout universe.
Oh.
What?
that is true.
Whoever made the rides there.
No, there is actually a company worse than Vaultec. I
I-
forget its name right now, but there was. I've watched a
Oh
video on
yeah,
it.
I should also mention about the. I'm gonna mention this one last thing also about
Oh, we
Old
forgot to
Road
talk
Brews
about-
DLC.
Yes.
Most of the creatures you fight in there, like the Night Stalkers, the Rattlesnake Coyote blend, and terrifying. What were they called? There were those bugs. Do you remember what they're called? Those
Which
car-
DLC?
No. The bugs that you face. There was a There was a Cassadores. Cassadores
Yeah, I
that you
haven't
fight in
played
So what
New
we actually
Vegas.
should do is actually start doing episodes on just the DLCs and the main games
Yeah.
of each one.
Okay, dude.
What about Fallout Shelter?
All
Talk
right.
about
Oh, we didn't
that.
talk about that, but that's
Oh,
okay
that's-
because we are
can-
going to be
the
stopping.
Fallout
the videos.
Shelter is like a
We've
5-minute
already
game.
said that we've
Yeah,
done it.
and it's like
Yeah.
do what you want.
So,
it
thank you guys so much for watching the podcast, and we will be back with more Fallout content. This channel is not just about games, though. It's also about, what's going on in the shop. It's also going to be talking about board games and other things that are our interest. And hopefully when we start doing the RC racing, a little bit about that, too. So, thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments down below about maybe what your favorite Fallout moment is, please leave that. And we will see you back here again. Thank you so much for the amazing people that have made it to the end.